So about 6 days ago, Julie decided to come out with a post. And in that post, she spoke about how I never thought I'd be writing a post with my tears in my eyes about how women are bullying another woman. Now, this is something that we did speak about in a previous video. And of course, she goes on to explain why she was also feeling how she's feeling. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I recommend you check it out. But she's now come out with a post 6 days later. And bear in mind, that first post, she was literally talking about how she was leaving the internet. But now here we are 6 days later, and she says this post is for the amazing and kind people who follow us. I truly didn't realize how wonderful people there are, how many wonderful people there are. I received so many warm messages. Believe it or not, I read all the comments on the last post. Again, the post of her talking about leaving social media due to being bullied. To be fair, if somebody says they're leaving social media, generally speaking, you're supposed to really leave it and not read any comments and give yourself that time out until you're ready to come back. But clearly, girl wasted no time. Now, with that being said, she continues by saying, believe it or not, I read all the messages, all the comments on the last post. Yes, I'm not the first pregnant woman in the world, as everyone keeps reminding me. But that doesn't mean my story isn't important to me and my family, and I will tell my story for you guys here when I feel better. So given the fact that she speaks about how she'll tell a story about her pregnancy when she feels better, it does raise some concerns, because we do know that originally the story between Brandon and Julie getting pregnant, it was due to the fact that she was told once upon a time that being pregnant is something that she could never ever actually do. And then of course they went and got tested in America, because bear in mind what she was told this back in Russia, but this time in America she was given hope. But at the same time, she also had fear that her pregnancy was always going to be a very high risk pregnancy, which could have ended up with something that was a negative outcome. Now, of course, we still don't know what that outcome is, because Julie and Brandon have been keeping it very, very quiet. So for her to say this does bring slight concern, or does it bring more than a slight concern? Let me know your thoughts. She continues by saying the year 2025 really taught me to appreciate time and those around me, because everything can be gone in an instant. Again, also makes things rather concerning. The sudden loss of Simba is their dog, okay, just to clarify, took a piece of my soul in 2025, but I know he will always be in my heart. I just want to say thank you for the kind words. You have no idea how much I need them now. Thank you for supporting my dog business. I have big plans for this for this year. I will soon start to post a lot of information. Now here's the thing again, she doesn't actually say anything in any shape or form that regards to the baby. Obviously she does put down hashtag kingdom for dogs. Now the only thing that she does reference is the fact that she is not the first pregnant woman. But again, given the fact that I guess she has not been transparent, nor has Brandon been transparent, people have been in a position where they have felt the need to do what? To obviously have their own opinion regarding the pregnancy. Now, when it comes to bullying, I don't believe the bullying was necessarily all related to pregnancy, but what I do know is during the time and the 10 years that she was pregnant, well, Julie definitely did make posts and did make things feel as if she was the first and only ever woman to be pregnant, to be fair. So I can understand how that may have been rather infuriating for many, many women around the world who obviously have been pregnant maybe more than once, twice, 3 times, you name it. And then also, to be honest with you, it might even be something that may be infuriating for women that have never been pregnant because they can't get pregnant and wish they could get pregnant, and some of them unfortunately can't even adopt or foster a kid due to said reasons. So I can understand why some women would have felt triggered by the way Julia was going around things. But does that warrant her being bullied by other women? No. But does it warrant other women expressing how she's making them feel? Absolutely, because you have made your life public on social media and you made your life public on national television. So of course, you know what, I keep saying national television. Hell, I watched this in the UK on international television, to be fair with you, and that's an even bigger scale than just national. Let's not forget that. I mean, listen, like I always say, bullying is something that should not happen in any shape or form. But at the same time, cast members should be very, very aware and very, very wary about how they present themselves online, because when you present yourself in a certain way, you are opening yourself up for a whole world of criticism. Now, criticism is not a bad thing, but of course, some people's criticism is actually bullying someone rather than actually trying to be. But then at the same time, there are some creators out there in the world that if you do try and give them constructive criticism, well, guess what? They still take it as if it's an offense. They still take it as if it's an attack, because, well, they just don't have the thick skin they need to actually be in the public eye. But that is a choice, and yeah, therapy is one thing that you could do, you know, or something else. But nonetheless, though, please do let me know your thoughts on the situation in particular. Do you think this message by Julia is simply a message just to address the fact that she's still mourning the loss of her dog, or do you think that this message also has another hint to the fact that maybe there was a struggle when it came to delivering the birth of their child, which of course we still have not got any confirmation that she has given birth, but of course with the recent pictures and also with the timeline, it's only right for us to really know that she has given birth, but of course just not notified of us about the situation. But to be honest with you, the fact that Brandon and Julie were more than comfortable to come out to announce the pregnancy, more than comfortable to take pictures of her being pregnant and obviously having that photo shoot. To be fair, you would think that if you're going to go down that chain, you're also going to be very comfortable also announcing that you've now also given birth as well, which is something that you normally notice from anybody who is in the public eye. So again, given the fact that she hasn't made a post about it, does bring and cause even more concerns the longer she prolongs the announcement. Yeah. Well, with that being said, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope everyone's having a new year on the 3rd of January. Peace.